Hello, patrons. This is my first time doing an energy check-in video, so I'm a little nervous. I'm still getting the hang of my Patreon, but I wanted to jump on here and do an energy check-in video update for October for my lovely patrons. So I'm so grateful and so happy that I have. I know it's a bit late. It's about a week into October as well, but better late than never. So I've come up with a format of how I'm doing the energy check-ins. I'm pulling a fairy card so that we get that energy. Gonna hear up from the Earth Guardians as well. And then we're going to look at some of the astrology. I caveat, I'm not an astrologer, I'm a stargazer. So I do take note of what's happening astrologically. And I'm happy to share that with you and my interpretation of that. But like I said, I'm not an astrologer at all. But I will take note of all the important events that are happening. Um, and then just any downloads that come through and my experiences and feeling into the energy of October 2022. So I did pull one of my fairy cards, and the fairy card that I got was the fawn, right? The fawn card. And the fawn card really talks to me about a flow state. It talks about the natural energy that's happening, natural magic that's happening. So it's really about a flow state. So this is unexpected, surprising, unplanned events that are divinely timed, scheduled, that are happening. So that is really telling me that um, that this is just going to be a time of, I'm not going to use, it's not the energy of the tower that I'm getting with these, right? But this is to me telling me about signposts, markers, strange and unexplained events, but it's all divinely timed. Like these are not accidents. Things are going to be happening. Conversations are going to be held. Occurrences, all of these things, they are not coincidences. They are specific to your personal journey pathway. And everybody in the collective is going to be going through this at the same time. So it's important to pay attention to those signposts and to flow. Don't fight, flow with the energy that's happening. So getting into a flow state and working with whatever happens, right? The second with the Earth Guardian cards I got was Palhik Mana, which is the butterfly maiden. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm recovering from strep throat. So, Butterfly Maiden is in the Hopi tradition. Um, and this again echoes the same kind of message with the fawn of trusting the process. You know, it does come with an additional message of hope, but trusting the process of everything that is happening. That everything is happening is divinely timed. Everything that's happened is scheduled. Everything that's happened is exactly as it's supposed to be happening, and trusting the process. And this also comes again, I said, with a message of hope that um, happiness, joy, abundance, the change you wanted, all of that, it's on its way. These, this is just another part of the process. So this is also telling you to keep the faith, to have hope and keep the faith, you know. Um, Astrologically, there's so much happening in this Libra season. You know, Libra season is all about maintaining balance and stuff. But We just had Mercury. Mercury went direct on October 2nd. So we just got up to that retrograde. And we have Saturn starting to station on October 23rd. So that should be coming out of retrograde. And Pluto on October 8th, which is today. October 8th, because I'm going to be bringing this up today. Pluto goes direct. So that's three planets coming out of retrograde. So in October, Mars goes into retrograde. There is an Aries full moon on October 9th, which is tomorrow. We have two, excuse me, oh my. We have two meteor showers happening. The October 8th and October 9th is the Draconid meteor showers, and the Orionid is on October 20th and 21st. These meteor showers are significantly affecting me because I'm in my Rahu Gra, which is an 18-month cycle in Vedic astrology, which is kind of like my north node draining into my K2. So this 18-month cycle that I'm going through, that I'm ending, I'm moving out of that. I'm closing out that 18-month cycle. Is really about a lot of things coming up to be cleared. So this is an 18 months of intense shadow work period for me personally. And I think that in many ways that a lot of people are going through very similar kind of experiences in terms of this is going to be a very intense, this has been a very intense shadow period for a lot of people. And this October is kind of the precursor to a very, very super intense Scorpio season. Scorpio starts on October 23rd, and um, every time I think about Scorpio season, I think about going into the underworld, the unconscious, like stuff that we are not aware of that becomes conscious. And that can be extraordinarily traumatic if you have been ignoring the subconscious stuff that gives us hints about what's in the unconscious, right? So all of the energy that is happening right now um, with the planets that have starting to go to station direct, Mercury coming out of retrograde and going direct, Mars going into retrograde. I mean, we're talking about really intense conversations, the potential for conflict, all of these things happening, and the meteor showers, right? People who have um, cosmic hered, cosmic lineages, cosmic hereditary past lives in these areas. This is your past showing up for you now, and it is cosmically aligned, and all of the astrology is helping us to see that before Scorpio season. That's why I think the fawn card comes up to tell us that this is a natural state, that is to go into the flow state, that everything that is coming up right now, that everything is going to be happening personal in your life, and I'm suspecting this is going to be a lot of surprises for a lot of people, that it is divinely timed. So this to me is what you would say a testing ground. It is also a measuring tool for you to see your progress, how far that you've come, the progress that you've made. This is for you to prove to yourself that you are actually walking your talk and showing you areas, not just of progress, but of areas, illuminating areas that you still would like to make some adjustments in. I pulled three cards as well to clarify the energy, and I got the Four of Air, the Six of Water, and the Magician reversed. To me, these cards really talk exactly about that this is not a manifesting kind, specifically with this Magician in reverse. This is not a time to be actively trying to manifest, bring things into creation. Things are going to come up for you, and it is an opportunity for you to really do the work. Uh, Check in with yourself, clear the past, measure how far you've come, what your plans are before you go into that Scorpio season. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about, particularly with that? Um, so no, just really, just be in a really flow state. Things are going to come up for you, and I really want to encourage you to, if it is that you've been feeling stuck, because that would be a lot of, I mean, a lot of the last few months would have definitely had a lot of that stuck kind of energy. So if it is that you're still feeling stuck, the butterfly maiden comes to tell you that there is, just have hope. You know, that is, it's going to be happening. You're going to be pushing out of that cocoon soon enough. Um, so just allow the process to happen. It is also to getting into that flow state. Fawn coming to say getting into that flow state and being with joy and ease through all of the strange and bizarre occurrences that are going to be happening this month for you personally. The Magician reverse, specifically the Magician reverse for me, is telling me that this is not a time for actively trying to create, but it is also not a time to wait and to be stagnant. That when things happen, when things come up, you do need to take action. You do need to make decisions. You do need to resolve things, right? Because this is where you're going to be able to gauge where you are on your journey. And going into the underworld, it is the perfect time coming out of that Scorpio season to really make the kind of adjustments that you need to make. I cannot stress enough how important it is that whatever happens during this time, to not fight about it, not fight it, not disassociate, not put it off. This is going to be an extremely intense Scorpio season, and the universe, the cosmos, the Earth Guardians, the Fae are assisting you in helping you do a little bit of cleaning up, broadening your shoulders a little bit, giving you a little bit of hope, illuminating areas that are going to be brought up for you before Scorpio season. This is going to be a hard winter. This is going to be an intense Scorpio season. And I encourage you to find some joy and ease to go through this testing period. This is actually a really good time for you to congratulate yourself. Congratulate yourself on all the work that you've done all year. Because personally, for me, I am so proud of myself in this last week, all of the things that have come up, and I'm telling you on a daily basis, testing me. And I was able to use my discernment, use all the emotional tools that I built this year to say, okay, well, that's not me. This is how I would like to respond to this situation. This is the energy that I'm choosing to bring into my experience of my journey and rejecting everything else. And it has been challenging and difficult situations. But because I had done all the work that I've done this year, I was able to use the tools that I had to make the decisions to enforce the boundaries that I had declared for myself, um, and to make sure that I remain true and authentic to who I am. And that's only been a week into October, I'm telling you. So, over the next 3 weeks of October, I am positive that more of those testing situations are going to be coming up. And I am going to lean into that energy and trust that the universe, the cosmos, my guides, my helpers, my ancestors, and my lovely human team to guide, assist me, and support me through that over the next few weeks. So, thanks for being a patron. I'm going to go try and do a lot more of these. Um, yeah. Leave some comments down below to tell me if you have any questions about it. And if you wanted me to do a little bit more in depth on some of the things, like I said, I've just noted the astrology that's happening here. My lovely patron, Justin, is a great astrologer, and he will probably be able to give us a lot more information with regards to that. But I'm a stargazer and not an astrologer, but astrology is so helpful in being able to navigate some of these really big energies. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Like I said, tomorrow is the full moon in Aries. I'm going to be out, you know, moon watching and taking a few pictures. Hopefully, it doesn't rain because it's been raining a lot here. So, have a lovely weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon.